Good morning. How's everybody doing? Today is September 12th, and that Hurricane Francine came through the area. We were on the outskirts, but just to give you a little update, I got done work a little bit early last night, and where I was going to boondock for the night, I was a little concerned. I'm somewhat concerned, but not like overly concerned, but there's always the possibility. But they were calling for tornadoes, potential tornadoes, which is a common occurrence during hurricanes. A lot of people don't realize that. They just think it's long sustained winds, but on the outskirts there's a lot of tornadoes that form. A lot of times those can cause more damage than the actual hurricane. But they were calling for tornadoes and in the middle of the night. So it wasn't like I was going to stay up and try and figure it out. I mean, in a way that makes sense, but you got to get sleep when it's dark because it's almost impossible to sleep during the daytime with light and noise. And so we had some pretty good downpours. I'm down by the river again right now, and the river's the highest I've ever seen it. I don't know how many inches of rain we got, but I've never seen it coming over the banks of the river. Coming into the park over here, it was like almost to the road here. This, where I'm parked right now, there's a little bit of a berm, probably another foot and a half, it would be coming over the berm. But this is a little bit of a high point between two pavilions, a little parking area. But yeah, I'm full of worries here lately because we're at the peak of hurricane season, and that's not good. Once again, I've said many times I had to try and live through 2 Category 5s, and it really sucks. Plus all the other smaller category storms. But it's either the wind or the flooding that gets you. Lack of power, stuff like that. It can really mess you up. Lack of income. There's all kinds of factors. And let me tell you a little known fact that people don't realize. After Hurricane Irma, it took just a tad bit over 2 months to get any assistance from FEMA. 2 months. That's a long time. After Ian, it took a lot less. It was, I think around a month, approximately a month. So that improved somewhat, but I mean, if you've lost everything and you're trying to hang around for 2 months without any food or income or possessions, it can be pretty difficult. So that's the reality of someone who's gone through it. But my other worries is this Social Security thing. By the end of October, I will have exceeded my allowable income for the year, which is not a ton. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure if they're going to suspend my payments until the next year, which would be 2025, or I'm just going to get less and be penalized financially. I'm not really sure how that works. There's so many different people out there giving different advice and opinions, even within the own Social Security Administration. It seems like you're told one thing, something different happens. So there's a possibility September 25th and October 25th could be my last payments for this year, which would mean I'd have a 90-day period of not having funds during the coldest time of the year. I know what I went through last year. I was sick for like 3 months. Pretty sure I had pneumonia, but I had no other choice than to work. I mean, I was torn up. I was a mess physically, and I'm worried that if I don't have that extra income when it gets cold, like it's going to, it was costing me about $20 a night to run the van just to have heat. So you can see how that could get expensive. If I didn't have to worry about the penalty for that, that's kind of got me worried. Then we're going to get busy as heck from, probably 2 weeks before Thanksgiving all the way through the first of the year. We're going to be just slammed at work. It's going to be really crazy because the manpower is not what it should be, in my opinion. People are always coming and going. There's a possibility when I go into work today, we hopefully lost one individual that is worthless. So I knew that from the first time I met this individual. Went to work for us, just lazy, walks around, all he wants to do is talk, and he fabricates a lot of stories, and he when his lips start moving, his fingers stop working, his hands stop working, and his lips are always moving. Therefore, he's not a worker. So it was funny because I was watching the forecast, and they said by 8:30 or 9, the rain was going to be done. It was only like 10-15% chance of rain, 12% chance, whatever they were calling. And boy, it was just pouring down a little while ago. It seems to be lightening up a little bit. I think the next few days are going to be pretty nice. The next questionable day would be one of my days off, Sunday. Tentatively, they're saying 40% chance of rain. Hopefully that reduces. I always feel more comfortable when I know it's like 33% or less. Then I know it's usually not, we're not going to have a lot of rain. If we do get rain, it's not going to be too long. And if it's just a drizzle here and there, no big deal. But, so yeah, just, dude, down by the river. I got to find a way to play that song. Jason Johnson created a song. And it was a really good song. Really good song. He used that AI to create songs. And boy, he's really made some beautiful music. Beautiful music. And so those are some of my worries. Just survive this one. I need to, if any of you guys like following weather, I know some people talk about some guy in the Midwest. I forget where he's from. Dales, or I forget. But there's a guy I follow that I follow religiously that I feel is the best around. Guy on YouTube and Facebook. It's called Mike's Weather Page. He is out of Sarasota, Florida. But he's also a storm chaser, and he was in Louisiana for this hurricane. He's super smart, and he does regular updates. I mean, he's on top of it. He shows all kinds of stuff. A lot of stuff I don't even understand. Just show me the cone and tell me the wind speed, tell me the date and time, and that's pretty much the gist of all I need to know. And so that's that. I have worries. I guess we all have worries, right? It's all relative. My crisis may not be your crisis. Your crisis may not be my crisis. It's all relative. But, so yeah, I feel like things were turning for the better. I'm just really worried about that Social Security status. Just some other things, the vehicle. That's a sore topic. Trying to get my brakes fixed, but I kind of got ghosted by my mechanic. So now my funds are getting depleted. I wanted to do it while I had the money. So my next lump sum would be the 25th, which is 13 days away. If I just do the one rotor on the one side, I may be able to swing it financially this weekend, depending on how much a mechanic charges me. I'm not taking it to a shop. You can get boned when you go to places like that. They overcharge, but I just need what they call a shade tree mechanic, just someone to do it in his driveway or in a parking lot somewhere. And I'm willing to pay probably up to $100. Just I can't see it being more than an hour. If somebody's not happy with $100 for 1 hour's worth of work where I supply the parts, anybody who knows anything about vehicles, tell me this. My friend Chris from Shade Tree America probably knows the answer. Pretty sure my caliper, is it caliber or caliper, is sticking on the brakes on the right front. So I know I'm going to need a rotor. The brake pads, I believe, come in a set. And then I'm not sure about that little caliper mechanism. I have no idea how much those cost, if I need that, if it just needs to be sprayed. I was thinking about buying that just in case, just to have it on hand. And if we didn't use it, I could return that, get a refund. But that's it. Seems like the rain just now stopped. So, yeah, the river's super high. But I don't have the rainfall amount, but definitely a lot. Well, you guys have a great Thursday. We're shorthanded at work again tonight. Try and stay positive on that note, but man, it just, when you're always short, it just makes it difficult. And then all it takes is for one person to call out sick, which seems to happen all the time. Don't get me started on work ethic and reliability, punctuality, all that stuff, because I get ticked off. Well, let me do a fortune cookie. See what my fortune cookie says today. All right. A vivid and creative mind is just one of your many great attributes. Woo, doggy. Creative. I don't know about that. Talk to you later. Let nature soothe your soul, unless you're in a flood called Francine.